Let this be that year where you said you were going to do something and you actually did it. Hi. Hi guys, it's so good to see you again. It's so good to be here. It's so good to be filming. It has been so long. Happy New Year. It's 2025. How is the new year going, or how has the new year been? The first month of the year is almost over and we are approaching the second month of the year, and that is why I have to film this video for you. So if you are new here or if you're a returning subscriber, welcome. I am Amina and I do cool stuff. Today's video is very simple, very straight to the point. Coming here to share tips and tricks with you that I finger crossed will work for you this new year. So I'm very sure that in the course of the year or towards the beginning of the year, you had your plans, you had new year resolution, you had things that you look forward to doing, you've written it down and you want to lock in. This is the year that you told yourself, I'm going to become that woman, I'm going to do what is expected of me to become who I'm supposed to be. Guess what? I love it for you because that makes two of us, guys. This is the year where I know this is the year where I'm going to become who I'm supposed to be. But you know the good thing about stuff like this? Words alone do not cut it. To have aspiration do not cut it. Beyond words, beyond the desire, there is something expected of you. There's something you are supposed to do to be able to become that woman that you desire. And that is what this video is about. Today I'm going to be sharing 5 tips with you that would help you achieve all of your 2025 goals. You know, this year is not going to be like last year where you had series of goals and series of things that you wanted to do and series of ideas that God had dropped in your heart, but you did nothing about them. We're not going to be doing that this year. This year, we are going to be locked in. Like locked in. We're going to achieve everything that we have set our hearts to achieve by the strength and wisdom of God, and we are going to supersede them. So this video is me telling you how to actually achieve your 2025 goals in less than 12 months. All of the tips I'm sharing with you, I got from this book called The 12-Week Calendar. I'm going to be inserting a picture of what it looks like somewhere. And I feel like everybody should read this book or have a copy of this book because the book has so much wisdom in it. There's so much you can learn from the book. You'll be surprised how many wise words are in books, you guys. So you should actually read that book if you are yet to read. First way to achieve everything that you've set your heart to achieve in 2025 is to build system. Beyond building, having goals, beyond having what you want to do, beyond having desires, you are supposed or you are expected or is advisable that you build system, because it was James Clear that said that you do not fall to the level of your discipline, you fall to the level of your system. So you are not going to fall to the level of how you don't fall to how much you desire. You don't fall like that's not the system you built is what would sustain you and help you to stay consistent with the goals till they become achievable. Which brings us to the question, how do I build a system? Very simple. To build a system, you just first of all have to identify what it is that you want to do. For example, let's take a very good example. This year, I want to pray consistently. So my goal for the year is pray consistently. Now the question is, how do I build a system that allows me to pray consistently, which is my goal for the year? So how do I build a system that would allow me to pray consistently? There are different ways I could build a system that would allow me to pray consistently. First way is to incorporate prayer into an already existing routine that I am consistent with. So in the course of your day, there are routines that subconsciously you follow or that your mind is already consistent with. A perfect example would be to take your bath. Like if you are going to work or you are going to the office, but nobody needs to remind you to go and have your bath and get dressed. You know, that is subconsciously, you do it anyways. So a good way for me to pray consistently would be for me to incorporate prayer into something that is already consistent and I am already following through. So that could be something like pray after bathing before I touch my phone. So that means before I touch my phone, there is already a clause that I must pray. So when I finish having my bath, I already know to touch my phone, I need to pray. That is a system, and that is how you build a system, guys. So you could build system for any and every of your goal. The second thing that is going to help you achieve everything that you've set out to achieve in this year is to actually put deadline to your goals, right? It's one thing to set goals, it's another thing to set goals with deadline. So for each goal you have set out to achieve this year, you are supposed, or is advisable, to attach a deadline to it. Because here's the thing, right? Your brain, see, you have to wire your brain to work for you, right? So now that there's a deadline, subconsciously your brain knows that it should deliver at so dates. So this is what I mean, and I will give you a practical example. One of my goals for the year could be to start a business. I must ask myself, in the course of the year, when in the year am I starting a business? It has to be detailed, it has to be specific. I'm not going to just throw it in the air. I'm going to put a deadline to the day I am starting a business. Start a business in the first quarter of the year, start a business in the first half of the year. Because now what that is doing is that it's going to help me battle with procrastination, and it's also going to help me hold myself accountable to the date that I have set, as opposed to saying start a business in 2025. So start a business in 2025 is telling my brain that it's all right if we start the business in December 31st, as long as it's in 2025 is all good. And that's not the case. We want to have goals that have specific deadline attached to them. And this was one of the tips I learned from reading the 12-week calendar, right? The author wrote it in this way, that billionaires, right, they have 4 years in a year, unlike people like us. And by people like us, I mean like me and you that are not yet billionaires. So billionaires have 4 years in a year, and what that basically means is that, so they see their year as 90 days in a year, as opposed to we that see our year as 365 days in a year. So they see their year as first quarter makes 1 year. So 3 months is a year, 3 months is a year, 3 months is a year. It's such a good hack, because now your brain is operating on the timeline that in 90 days I should achieve what I should have achieved in 365 days. Now I'm streamlining it to 90 days and I have to achieve it, which would make you more efficient and more effective, if we're being honest. That's one thing I think everybody should do. Everybody should have goals that have specific deadlines so that you can achieve each goal. And then you can hold yourself accountable for goals that you are yet to achieve, so that you can have more done with less time. Another thing that we are going to be doing this year, if we want to be sure to achieve every goal that we've set out to achieve in the year 2025, would be that we are going to be accountable. Gone are the days where you do life by yourself or you do life alone. No, you're not going to do that in 2025. We are going to do life with people, because God has kept people in this earth with you so that you guys can do life together. If you were going to do life alone, you would probably be the only person on earth, but God kept 7 billion other people with you. What I'm actually driving at is that in this year you should be accountable. If you are yet to have an accountability partner, get one now. It does not even have to be the same person for every area of your life. You can get an accountability partner for different areas of your life, right? In my career, I want to be accountable to this person. In my finances, I want to be accountable to this person. In my spiritual growth, I want to be accountable to this person. What that is going to do is that it's going to help you be disciplined, because there's something that happens when you tell people your plan. And now please get trusted people, right? People that you trust, people that you know that you can bank on them, right? Like, people like to appear as people that are accountable, people that are reliable, somebody that we can trust. So now when you are telling somebody your goal, automatically your brain is already on the set that, because I told somebody this goal, I have to achieve it, because now somebody knows about it and somebody is going to ask me about the update. Unlike if you kept it to yourself and nobody knows. Now, if you do not achieve it, you are not answering to anybody. You could even just let it go and not achieve what you said you will achieve. But if you've told somebody that by December, I want to have started a business that is making so and so amount in revenue, your brain already knows that come December, there's somebody I'm going to answer to, right? There's somebody that was going to ask me how far this thing that you said you're going to do. So now your brain is operating on the landscape of like, I need to get everything ready for December when this person will ask. So having an accountability partner would help you a great deal in achieving everything that you want to achieve in 2025. Another way you'll be able to achieve all of the goals that you set out to achieve this year, like actually achieve them before the year runs out, is to break it down. Break down your goals. There's a quote that says, little by little, a bird builds its nest. So the bird does not wake up one day and have a nest. It takes consistent little effort to build a nest. So if you are going to achieve all of your goals that you say you want to achieve in 2025, you are going to need to take consistent little effort to achieve them. This is a productivity hack, right? There's something my pastor used to say. He says that if you want to pray consistently, it's better to pray 15 minutes 4 times than to pray 1 hour once. Because now what you've done is that you've tricked your brain into believing that I pray for just 15 minutes now, I can pray for that. But when you do it 4 times, is what? 1 hour. As opposed to saying, oh, I want to pray for 1 hour, and then you are just automatically overwhelmed by the thought of praying for 1 hour. So you can break your goals down into little achievable specific goals that would help you achieve, in the grand scheme of things, your goal. And how you can do this is to use ChatGPT. Yes, you heard me right. So I'm going to need you to go to ChatGPT, write out what that goal is, write it out in ChatGPT, be as detailed as possible. Just write it out for you and tell ChatGPT to break it into weekly activities for you to be able to do, or tell it to break it into daily activities for you to be able to do. And here's an example. If one of your goals for the year is to exercise regularly, or maybe you lose weight. If you want to lose weight, it will mean that you are dieting and you are exercising and you are eating in the right proportion, right? So now what is going to ChatGPT is going to do is that it's going to help you customize like achievable breakdowns of what you need to do to get to that goal. It will just help you know for a fact, what should I be doing now that will help me achieve this thing that I want to achieve in the next 12 months. So that is going to help you, like it's going to help you achieve more when you have little bit. And know a good thing about breaking it down, now it is something that is attainable. It's something that you can actually do. You see, this 2025, my advice to you is to do everything you can to become what you want to become. Let this be that year where you said you were going to do something and you actually did it, right? I pray that God helps you and God directs you and God gives you the wisdom and the strength to stay consistent with your plans and achieve them by the end of the year. But this year, hold yourself accountable. This year, make up your mind that this year I'm going to say something, mean it, and do it, right? Yeah, so I'll see you guys in our next video. And I don't know, do you guys like this setup? Actually, this is not our usual setup. I just happened to find myself in a studio today and I quickly used the opportunity to film this video. You see, this is the year where you use what you have to get what you want. Take care, guys. I'll see you in our next video. Stay blessed.